Welcome to the module on upscaling and varying images module. Let's dive into what upscaling really involves. It's the process of increasing the resolution of the images you've generated through your prompts. Now, let's explore how to use this feature effectively. When you run a prompt and want to upscale the resulting image, you typically select either U1 or U2 options to enhance the resolution of your desired image. However, if you achieve the result you were aiming for and are ready to move on to editing the image in software like Photoshop or After Effects, you should consider the Upscale Subtle or Upscale Creative options. What do these terms mean? Upscale Subtle maintains the integrity of your original image while enhancing its resolution, making it more suitable for professional edits. On the other hand, Upscale Creative adds subtle changes to the image, introducing slight variations that can make your output more unique. I'll demonstrate both options here, showing you how each can be used to refine your images effectively. For the example, I've already prompted an image of a beautiful chicken sitting on her eggs. This resulted in the generation of 4 images, scaled using the standard tabs labeled from U1 to U4. Each tab represents a level of upscaling for the desired image, typically up to a 2 megabytes limit. Now, if our goal is to upscale an image beyond the 2 MB threshold for finer detail and quality, the first step is to choose which of these images we want to enhance further. Let's proceed by selecting the most promising image from our initial batch. This choice will depend on the clarity, detail, and overall visual appeal of the image as it pertains to our project goals. Once selected, we can explore more advanced upscaling options to enrich the image's resolution significantly, readying it for professional applications. After selecting the U3 image from our initial set, we encounter a couple of intriguing upscaling options: Upscale Subtle and Upscale Creative. In just a few moments, I'll break down what each of these options entails. So let's examine the results. The first image is the result of the Upscale Creative process, where we've introduced more dynamic alterations to enhance visual interest. The second image is the mildly upscaled version, capped at just under 2 megabytes. Finally, the third image utilizes our Upscale Subtle approach, which aims to retain more of the original's essence while still improving resolution, potentially exceeding a file size of 4 megabytes. Upon comparing these, you'll notice that while the Upscale Subtle and the mildly upscaled image look quite similar, the primary difference lies in the file size. There's virtually no visual differentiation. This subtle upscaling maintains the image's original qualities without substantial changes, making it ideal for those who wish to preserve the initial aesthetics while gently enhancing clarity. However, when you contrast the Upscale Creative image with the Upscale Subtle one, you'll observe some interesting modifications. Specifically, take note of the changes in the chicken's eyes, which are more pronounced and vivid in the Upscale Creative version. Additionally, the lighting on the chicken is enhanced, giving the image a richer and more dynamic appearance. Even the background clouds have undergone transformations, showing a distinct difference from the more conservative Upscale Subtle approach. These alterations made by the Upscale Creative technique not only enrich the visual experience, but also add a layer of artistic flair to the image, setting it apart from the more understated changes of the Upscale Subtle option. This demonstrates the potential of creative upscaling to not just increase resolution, but to also artistically augment the original image, making it more suitable for specific contexts where a bolder, more stylized visual is preferred. This discussion about upscaling brings us to another important aspect of image enhancement: exploring the very subtle and very strong tabs. These features offer additional control over how your images are altered, allowing for fine-tuning beyond basic upscaling. With the same example of the chicken and her eggs, I will now directly demonstrate what these tabs can achieve. By applying the Very Subtle tab, we introduce minor, almost imperceptible changes that refine the image without altering its core characteristics. Conversely, the Very Strong tab allows for more pronounced modifications, dramatically altering aspects of the image to give it a new dimension and feel. Let's see these effects in action. As we initiate the generation process, I'll open the results in a browser to better demonstrate the effects. Let's first examine the Very Subtle tab. This setting keeps the overall composition and direction of the image largely the same as the original generation. However, minor but noticeable changes can be observed. For instance, the appearance of the eggs have changed, though the hen's facing direction remains unchanged. This subtlety ensures that the essence of the original image is maintained, making it perfect for those who wish to enhance their images without significant deviations from the initial concept. This approach is ideal for nuanced edits, where only slight refinements are necessary to perfect the visual output. Now let's shift our focus to the Very Strong option and observe the transformative effects it brings. Upon selecting this option, you'll notice substantial changes across the board. The background, the number of eggs, the clouds, and even the lighting, everything undergoes a significant alteration. This is the essence of what Very Subtle and Very Strong options do. They provide a spectrum of modification possibilities, from minimal tweaks to complete overhauls. The Very Strong option, in particular, demonstrates its capability to dramatically reinvent the scene, offering a fresh perspective and a new artistic interpretation of the original image. Such changes are ideal for projects requiring a bold and creative visual approach, pushing the boundaries of conventional image editing. Now, let's explore the functionality of the Vary Region tab. This tool is incredibly useful for making specific alterations within a designated area of an image. For instance, if we decide to add an extra egg or remove one from our scene, we can easily do this using the lasso tool. By selecting the egg, we can apply variations directly to this region. I'll open this in a browser to closely examine what the system has generated based on our modifications. By highlighting the egg and applying the Vary Region function, we can observe the changes it introduces. This tool allows us to focus our edits on specific elements of the image, offering precise control over how each detail is modified or enhanced. As I expected, the Vary Region feature performed exactly as we anticipated. Where I highlighted, it added an extra egg, and in some variations, it even changed the direction the egg was facing. This illustrates the precise and impactful changes we can achieve with this tool. These tabs, Very Subtle, Very Strong, and Vary Region, are crucial components of our image editing toolkit. They empower us to make both broad and detailed adjustments, tailoring our images to meet specific artistic or functional needs. Each tab offers a unique approach to image modification, allowing us to enhance, transform, or refine our visuals with remarkable control and creativity. And now that we've explored the primary tabs that significantly alter and enhance our images, let's turn our attention to some additional features you'll find intriguing. Below, you'll see options like Zoom Out 2x, Zoom Out 1.5x, and a custom zoom setting. I encourage you to experiment with these zoom options to truly understand their impact. These tools allow you to adjust the scale of your image, offering a broader perspective or a closer look at specific details. Trying them out yourself will give you a hands-on feel for how they can be used to adjust composition and focus within your projects. Each zoom setting adjusts your view differently, enabling you to creatively play with space and detail in your images.